Hello everyone, welcome. I think the mic's working. How many of us have we got? Literally last minute once again. Doing things very difficult as per usual. I've only just seen the signing of Atul Twanzebe. He's just joined Aston Villa. What a signing. Right, get out of that. Honeygun, welcome to the stream. We got a big game, Fulham, Middlesbrough. Two teams I expect to be right up there in the championship. Let's just adjust everything. Hello, 1, 2, 3. Let's do this. Right, my computer switched off all by itself yesterday, so I've lost all the tabs that I used yesterday. Hopefully the capture may still record them all. Just uploaded your vlog from yesterday. Ah, fair play. Right, I need to somehow... I'm going to reposition the camera a bit just so the TV's not in show. That was an issue I had yesterday. Right, it's clearly not showing. I could fix that. No, looks like I can't. Right, I've got to... Oh, this is not what I wanted already. Excuse me. Oh, no, there we go. Look at this. Now it's working. Right, thank God. Right, didn't need to do anything extraordinary. Okay, Fulham, Middlesbrough is the game we have. What's the squad? So, we've got Paulo Gazzaniga in goal. We've got Antonio Robertson with Tim Ream, Tosin Adebayo and Kenny Teti as a back four. Josh Onoman ties Francois as the midfield two. That's interesting. Now, it's not the midfield two I would have picked. Niskan Skabano, Fabio Carvalho, Harry Wilson and Alexander Mitrovic there. So on the bench, they've got Marit Rodak, Alfie Mawson, John Michael Seri, Bobby Reid, Joe Bryan, Ivan Cavallera, and Abdulkar Kumara. Load of options on the bench. Middlesbrough, they have got Joe Lumley with Paddy McNair, Del Fryer, Grant also will be a back five with Bowler and Dig Steele as the full wing backs. Johnny Alson as captain with Sam Morsey there. Matt Crooks making his debut with Duncan Watmore and Uche Ikpeazu making his debut for Middlesbrough here since joining from Wickham. Okay, that's a rather nice looking squad right here for Middlesbrough there. Yes, I've heard about the Martinez deal. It was a literal bombshell deal for what I know. But if Spurs have got him, fair play, you know. With the manager that they got, I don't know if they're going to really step up a level. I mean, I could be wrong, of course. I mean, replacing Harry Kane is always going to be an impossible fate. Thanks to whoever's just subscribed to the channel, by the way. We're on 713 subscribers. Last time I checked, we were on 712. We're not doing that well in terms of viewers because I think Bloom and Matt are both uploading this game, so I'm not too surprised it's not getting attention, but up, what can you do? But as you can see, I have improved the scorecard. It's now, you know, a lot thinner. I can fit my face on the screen a lot easier now as well, which is great. It's looking a little bit more fresh, and I'm ready to see some really good football. I hope Fulham and Middlesbrough both impress me in their own way. Now, this, I think, could maybe be a similar game we had with Sheffield United and Birmingham. Middlesbrough, we know how they'll play. They'll be very ultra-defensive, and they'll be very rough on and off the ball. Fulham will want to play with possession, and they'll want to attack down the wings. It's how Marco Silva always plays. So it's going to be intriguing to see those styles mix. You know, it's Marco Silva and Neil Warnock. It's a good combination. Nagy has been told he can leave the club. Not too gutted about it because we have Joe Williams, a solid replacement. I mean, I think Nagy is always a very quality player, but I just don't think he's been utilised properly in the Bristol City system. I just don't think the club suited him. I think he can suit another championship club and potentially play a lot better there. But I just don't think Bristol City was the club for him. I just don't think the system suited his strengths. But I do like Joe Williams, to be fair. I do like him. You know, since I've seen him with Wigan, I think he's a really good player. Not good. I'm already out of water. And I've got 90 minutes of talking to do. So that's going to be interesting. One big change, I've got the logo right on the scorecard now as well, which is going to mean I'm going to have to change the position of the timer. But that, I think, is all I'm going to have to change. Everything else has just been kept the same from yesterday. And to be fair, yesterday we did so well in the 3 o'clock kickoffs. I mean, what I'm getting, and this is something that I don't want to just say this, just now, because I think in terms of time, I like that comment, Charlie Brown. In terms of time and making sure, I manage my time management, welcome Cody to the stream, I want to make sure I do things that I think will help the channel. And if I think these separate watch-along games not going to do well for the channel, then I might just scrap them entirely and just try and do the 3 o'clocks and just hope I don't work on the Saturday, because previously I have needed to work on the Saturday, but obviously last week was a bit of a one-off. So if that's if that's the future where I don't have to work on a Saturday, it means I can do 3 o'clock kickoffs. And to be fair, that did really, really well. What was your prediction? Mine was 2-1 Fulham win. I had 2-1 Middlesbrough win. So I predicted this game to be the shock. Maybe I should have predicted Birmingham to be the team to get the shock win in the opening weekend. I knew it, that there was going to be a shock. I just didn't know what game it would be. I mean, it could be this game as well. It could be this game. And for Coventry and Forest, I predicted 2-1 Forest only because Forest had a better record than Coventry in their last 2 games. And Coventry a bit weak at the back, but we don't know. Coventry could definitely do well. That I've seen how well they do at home. I'm just going to double check if my door is shut, because there's a bit of noise going on. It looks like Don Goodman's doing some good commentary there for Sky. Just 2 seconds. Yeah, my door wasn't shut, so yeah, there's a lot of noise going on, but fix that. Not feeling too confident, but hopefully you can get a result. Yeah, I think that's what, in general, most Coventry fans are thinking. Now, I've actually not made a thumbnail for Coventry and Forest yet, and I might try and do it. I've made the scorecard for Coventry and Forest, but I've not made the thumbnail, so I'll see how quickly I can get all of that done. I predicted 2-1 Birmingham. Yeah, I saw. In fact, one thing I can exclusively show everyone right now, if I could get Catcher to work, and I'll change the screen. I've not got Excel open. Hang on a minute. Let me just get that open. You predicted a 2-1 Coventry win. Right, is that saved? I think that's saved. Right, hopefully Streamlabs will recognise that. It hasn't. Okay. Because I can show you guys how I've calculated everyone's points so far. Both of these two looking for promotion. Yeah, I'm not surprised. They've definitely got the squads for it. Oh, no, it's not showing it. Are you kidding me? Oh, there we go. There we go. It's worked. Why is my face not showing? Oh, no, there it is. My face is showing. So, as you can see, guys, this is what I've done here. So, red means an entirely wrong prediction, which means, not correct result, not correct score, so 0 points. Green means a correct result, so that's 3 points. Correct score, sorry, so that's 3 points. This yellow means a correct result, but not a correct score. So obviously Luton won 3-0 against Peterborough, not 2-1, what I predicted, so that is 1 point there. And the points in the total is the total, so 7 points. Now, Johnny got 9. And I think the leader is JR2010, who's got 14 points. He got the first 4 games spot on. Spot on. And he did so well. And he could still get more points from these 2 games here. But these are not the final points, by the way. I think James Michael Robertson, you got 4. Yeah, that's right. So you got 4 results. And as I acknowledged, you did get the correct result for Birmingham to beat Sheffield United, but unfortunately not the correct score. I think, it was Mr. Football, the only other player to get over 10 points. He got 3 correct scores and 1 correct result. I'm on 7 points at the moment, which is not an awful amount of points, but I'd rather have a little bit more. Am I streaming the cup games? I'm not too sure if I've got the time, but it depends. I mean, the way I need to look at this year is I'm taking my final year of my uni degree, so I've got to be very, very careful how I spend my time. We're spending the effort, and no problem. With the prediction league, you got to be as precise as you can get. Because some people, do try and change it. They do try and cheat. That's why I have to write all the scores beforehand. So that's why when scores come in late, I don't tend to accept those. Because by that time I would have already saved, all the scores I need to see from the games, on a Saturday, for instance. Creeper Boy did submit his late, but to be fair, he didn't predict, any of the Saturday ones because he knew he couldn't. So he did the Sunday ones, which I'm perfectly all right with. It's natural. Some people are not going to see the video very quickly. LGP did good in my league, picking up 11 points. Wow, well, maybe tell him to go to my league because he can give JR 2010 a good run for his money at the moment. Right now, JR 2010 is 7 whole points ahead of me. He's doubled my points total. The only way I can kind of catch up is that if I get 2 correct scores today, which shan't be too possible, especially if I'm predicting Middlesbrough to win. And I don't think I've seen anyone else predict Middlesbrough to win. I cannot remember for the life of me if anyone else has predicted Middlesbrough to win. I don't think they have. I might just be crazy here, but I think some have predicted a draw, to be fair, like a 1-1 draw between the two. But, yeah, overall, I don't think anyone's predicted Middlesbrough to win. So, I'm on my own here, but it could be the best thing I've ever done. It really could be, or it could be the worst thing I've ever done. Right, Fulham taking the knee. Middlesbrough not taking the knee, and good to see a round of applause from the fans there. That's exactly what you want to see. Kick-off about to start. Referee just checking the watch. And Middlesbrough kick-off, and it started. So this is going to be a really good game. Right, I think the timer, I need to make that a lot bigger here. I don't know why it's changed in size here. That's what she said. Right, let's put the timer here. I think that's a good place to put it. Yeah. No. There you go. Right. Let's just hope it doesn't get in the way of any goal scorers. Marcus Silva versus Neil Warnock. First time since Cardiff Everton. Yeah, and I think Everton beat Cardiff at both occasions. So Marcus Silva definitely has a better record. Right, so Mitrovic already going for a head-to-head challenge with Hobson. And he misses out. Howson, sorry. Well, that's the quickest yellow card I think I've seen for this season. Mitrovic has already been booked within 40 seconds. Mitrovic already's got to be very, very careful. And I think that's really one part of this game that is really, his weakness. Is his temperament. That is what is his weakness. Now, I don't like he's in my team, so I'm going to already not have my points taken off for that. Got 0 results, not a good start. I mean, it's the difficult. I think this is the most difficult week to predict, the opening weekend, because we've got nothing to follow apart from pre-season and squad players from previous clubs, After this game, of this week, I should say, maybe it gets a little bit, not easier, but just a little bit, you've got a bit more of something to lean towards, when you're predicting now. Is there a set time you upload a prediction so I know when to get in early? I always try and release it between 4 and 4:45. I always make sure I want to give you guys enough time to upload your predictions. I mean, for instance, last time I premiered it at 4 p.m. and I decided to do that because actually I was going to work when the thing was going to be uploaded. So I just, wanted to leave that with you guys and just enjoy it whilst I was working away. So, yeah, for the fact I've got to work on a Friday afternoon now, definitely I would aim to upload around 4 p.m.-ish, around that time. In fact, I need to think when I'm going to do FIFA's next stream. That's one thing I've not even thought about this week. Will there be a review video? Yes, there will be a review video tomorrow. I've not actually started making the graphics yet, but I've got to. I've really got to start doing it. And in fact, one thing I will say, and something that's I've really experimented, is the new layout for the review. And in fact, I can quickly go and capture and show you this and show you a picture of what I mean. Hang on a minute. Let's go to my channel and just find a playlist that has the review videos from last year, because I'm still trying to figure out what I think is going to be the nicest presentation for it. Because as always, being a YouTuber who's getting a little bit bigger, I want to improve my quality as much as I can. So this, if the internet will work, that'd be fantastic. God, Matt's nearly drawing in 100 viewers. Fair play to him. Right, let's go to capture, and I'll show you what I'm on about. Hello. Why? Oh, it's on Excel. That's why it's not showing anything. I'm an idiot there. Right here. Come on. Are you kidding me? Why is it not doing it? Are you serious? Why is it? Okay, I'm going to have to refresh this, I think. Oh, come on, Streamlabs. Don't fail me now. That's the worst time to fail me now. All right, Fulham looking quite good at the moment. Cross comes in. Good defending by Dominic Hall there. A very dangerous cross, and this is what we needed to see a little bit more of with Fulham. I think it was tossing Adebayo with the cross, and good defending there by it's Grant Hall. Yeah, Grant Hall. Good defending. Right, let's see if it works this time. So can you see my video here? I'm just checking. Yes, so this is the original background I had with my review. So as you can see, corner comes in. Good defending by Bola. Good defending by Middlesbrough. Fulham just being a little bit careful there and making sure they don't give it to Capisu there. Okay. You've got Tete Mitro in fantasy. Oh, okay. Fair enough. So this was the original background I had. So obviously the clubs, the scoreline, me in the middle, and with all the stats right there. I'm not going to include the placings at the moment because it's not really that relevant at the moment to use the placings at the moment. But I will keep the rest of all of this. And, you know, what do you think? You know, and because one thing I did do, this was the penultimate review I've done. And the final review I've done, which is this one here, if it can load. Corner for Middlesbrough. Oh, I thought Gazaniga just missed that there, but it looked like there was a foul on goalkeeper. But as you can notice, in the final one, I didn't decide to include a background. So, I don't know, should I keep it, you know, with the ground like how that is? Or should I include like a red background, let's say, if I was talking about Bristol City or whatever? Because I don't know if people understood how, the difference of a green, red, and a yellow background. A green background meant a home win for the club. A yellow background meant a draw. And a red background meant a home defeat. But I think overall, you know, I don't know. I don't know if I should keep the background as it is. Because at the same time, I'm already noticing that, you know, with dark text there, you know, when Brentford had their black kit on the final day of the season, it's going to clash with a stadium there, and this is Ashton Gate here. So, I don't know. I'm still figuring out what you guys would prefer to see as a background, but let me know if you've got any ideas, if you want me to change anything on that, because I'm still a bit undecided whether I'm going to introduce the red the traffic light system again. Keep it with the ground, so keep it with just keep it with so without the traffic light background, so without the red, yellow, and green, because I think because at the same time I think the traffic light system gave it a bit too much on the eyes as well. So yeah, I do understand that as well. So yeah, maybe keep it to the ground. But at the same time, it's still not perfect, and I always very critical when I do anything. You know, I want things to get as perfect as I can. So yeah. But interested to hear all your points about that. Right. Meanwhile, let's do you watch any League 1 and League 2? Occasionally, because I do watch Colchester. It was not a great game to watch with Carlisle and Colchester. Cross comes in for Middlesbrough. Header. A little bit off target there. Middlesbrough growing a little bit into this game now. They were a little bit on the back foot. It was Matt Crooks with a header there, but it was just wide of the post. The one thing I did watch was did you see what's his name, the Crawley manager, John Pims, I think that's his name. If you saw his post-match interview after losing 1-0 to Hartlepool, it really is the biggest sore loser sort of thing you would ever see. I felt bad for the media guy who was asking him the questions because he kept interrupting him, and it was literally, I think, I don't know, it was a bit I don't know who he reminds me of. He reminds me of a certain manager, but I don't know who. Middlesbrough trying to be a bit direct, trying to catch Fulham out, but they're being rather organised at the moment. Gazaniga with a long goal kick, trying to find Leeskins Cabano, but he doesn't find him, and it's a Middlesbrough throw. Yeah, occasionally I watch League 1 and League 2. I mean, I have to. Okay, thanks for everyone liking the stream. We're 5 likes at the moment. We're still on just 713 subscribers. If we can get to 715 today, that'd be fantastic achievement for the channel. That'll be 71.5% to 1,000, which would be incredible. Still a Middlesbrough throw. Bit bitter. Yeah. You know what? I'd agree with that. I would agree with that. But he was really bitter. But he was just very critical. I've never seen someone so critical of their own team ever. But the amount of disrespect I think they showed to Hartlepool there was quite astounding. Long ball coming in. Watmore trying to... Okay, he's being bundled to the box. Not a penalty. And it's a goal kick. Right, all of a sudden, a long direct ball cuts Middlesbrough apart. Who does it? I think it's Mark Bowler with a long direct ball. Duncan Watmore tries to win a touch over Tosin Adebayo, but his touch is not quite good enough. Unlucky by Duncan Watmore. If he just had a better touch there, that could have been a really good opportunity for Middlesbrough there. Yeah, Klopp. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was thinking it was a bit like Klopp, but the accent doesn't sound like Klopp. But the sort of attitude was a bit Klopp-like, I would agree. But just like that, we saw one direct ball cut through that Fulham back line. So that's what Fulham going to be a bit careful for. They are going to press with a pretty high line there. Middlesbrough, we know what they're about. They are going to not necessarily play the most tiki-taka stuff. They'll hoof the ball and try and use their pace to get into the back line. And I think they have done so quite well at the moment. There's not been any chances, I would say. Nothing really clear-cut. So I'm not going to really say that one team's been better than the other. I'd say both teams are, giving each other respect at the moment. With the review video, are you adding cup predictions for championship sides? Oh, it's League Cup, isn't it? I might include League Cup, but I don't think I'm going to count it towards the prediction league. Yeah, I think with the LFPL, the Lexus Football Prediction League, which I'm calling it now, I think the LFPL is going to be championship only, I think with other games like Premier League, Championship, League 1, League 2, which I might do in the future, I might just do those for fun, I think maybe for those ones, if anyone does really well, they get shouted out maybe. I don't know. But I think one big problem was that there was just so... I didn't stick to one lane. I didn't just... I just did so many predictions in a way. It just kind of lost its identity. The fact I've now made it into a prediction league... I mean, in a way, I could kind of make it... into multiple leagues, but I've branded it championship, and it's got a championship logo and stuff. I might as well keep it into the championship specifically. No Akpom because he got COVID. Warnock quite vocal this week about the amount of footballers refusing vaccines. That is very interesting. I mean, whether they are anti-vaxxers or whether it's because it's going to affect their training, I still do think that I think it's it doesn't surprise me for someone like Warnock to say, especially with young footballers refusing to take vaccines, I'm not surprised, he's someone who I think had COVID. I don't think I'm wrong in saying Neil Warnock must have had COVID, and I think he had it really bad as well. So he can look back and relate to an experience he's had with COVID and, voice his frustrations, not people having for vaccines. I mean, I'll have my second vaccine. In fact, my second vaccine's in a couple of weeks' time. But yeah, I mean, I think the footballers, their excuse really is down to their training. But even if they're not, even if they know if they're not playing, I still think it doesn't get them out of the way for doing it. Let's say if they're like on the injury table, or whatever, they can easily get a vaccine at that time. So I don't know. I think most of it is being refusing to have the vaccine because it's going to affect their training. But whether it's them being anti-vaxxers or not, I mean, I don't really have too much time for people with selfish views. That's what I'd say. Have you thought of adding a new league when there's more people to join? Are you talking about the prediction league having like a second division? I mean, right now, I'm not BENHD level. It's not like I need to hold 100 people here. I think I've only got up to 14, 15 people that I'm going to record on the leaderboard at the moment. I think what I might do, I might stick it to like with a championship, 24 or the top 25, top 24 go into the top division. Then I'll make another one, for League One, and then it just will go down. But overall, I'm not popular enough to probably get a second division at the moment. So I don't think there's anything to worry about. I think I'm going to be able to fit everyone into the one league at the moment. Good play by Fulham. Brilliant defending once again. I think by Dale Fry this time. Oh no, it's Paddy McNair. Right, it was good defending by him. So it was good play between Wilson and Carvalho. Carvalho gets in. Good sliding tackle by McNair there. That's a really, really good bit of defending. Riverside is a vaccination centre. That is quite a fair bit of irony. Right, Harry Wilson taking the corner. Good defending by Mark Bowler. Not quite cleared though. Anthony Robinson. It's defended. And it's Carvalho. It's not Anthony Robinson at all. That's Fabio Carvalho. I'm excited to see Fabio Carvalho because I've not seen him too much for Fulham at all. And he's someone who's got an abundance of potential. Corner comes in and Joe Lumley will collect. Spare full for O'Dowd, the first game back from injury, and he gets injured. Yeah, that's a real shame. There was a couple of people that were injured very quickly. Declan Rudd for Preston, and of course Callum O'Dowd. I think Callum O'Dowd is very unlucky, with the fact he has injury problems for so much of his career. What I hope is that not many of those Bristol City players have really, really bad injuries. What a good play by Fulham now. Good defending by Anthony Robinson. Okay, advantage being played. Free kick to Fulham. McNair drawing the foul. And McNair with a yellow card. Okay, I definitely know as clear cut of a yellow card for Mitrovic's one. I think it was... I think it may have been Teti who may have been fouled there. Oh, yeah, not nice challenge on Kearney. And I think it was Teti who was fouled. So, yeah, Kearney goes... I think it's Kearney. Yeah, I believe it's Kearney. And, yeah, Teti gets the basically the brute force of the foul. So, yeah, Paddy McNair does get a yellow card for that. I'm just... there's no Tom Kearney. It was Harry Wilson. For some reason, I thought Tom Kearney had the number 8 shirt. Yeah, I've only just noticed there's no Tom Kearney. And there's no Tom Kearney on the bench either. I know he's been linked away with a move to Sheffield United, but that is a very big omission for Fulham. That's a huge omission for Fulham to not have not even Tom Kearney in the squad. He was one of the midfielders I would have had over Francois and Josh Onoma. Although I say that, here's Josh Onoma right now. The play's kept on. Teti wins the ball back. Gives the ball to Gazaniga. He's going to give it to Tosin Adebayo. Now give it to Tim Ream. Mitrovic, Armstrong and Tony have all been in Newcastle's academy and 20 plus scores in the Championship. I mean, maybe Newcastle should probably adopt them right now into their teams because I don't see how they're going to score plenty of goals. I mean, I know a lot of... And I'm going to do... Oh, there's a good chance maybe. Carvalho. Good block. And it's a save by Lumley. What I'm noticing is that a couple of through balls are being played. It was a good through ball. I think it was by Josh Onoma, actually, to Carvalho. And it's a good bit of defending by Hall, I think. And then it was a good save by Lumley. Yeah, I don't back Joelinton to score those goals. Wilson, it depends how much of a season he's going to have. Because he was injured quite a fair bit last season. But, yeah, I'm going to do my Premier League table predictions within this week, and I'm already preparing it to be the most disliked video I've ever had, because my early Premier League predictions, I said this yesterday, is officially my most disliked video ever on Lex Alexis. I mean, I really don't think I offended anyone. I think people saw it thinking as an insult, saying, you don't have to do early predictions. You're already giving me, no confidence in this. No reason, I know, but it's going to be interesting, really, because Some people who I thought could get relegated, I'm now not too sure about. Some people who I think could be safe, now I'm not too sure about. So it's really bizarre. And I think it's going to take me a long time to make this table. Thanks for everyone liking the stream. We're still on 6 likes. If we can push 215, that'd be fantastically appreciative. And let's try and get to 715 subscribers. That'd be fantastic. Achievement for this channel will be it'll be 4 more subscribers than yesterday, so which would be brilliant. Right. Free kick for Fulham there. Middlesbrough giving a couple of cheap free kicks away. Well, I always get stick from Leeds fans anyway. It doesn't matter where I predict them, really. I mean, I tell you what, I did get quite a fair bit of stick in my early championship predictions as well. I mean, it was only my official predictions where I think people actually respected my opinion a little bit more. I don't know. People are a strange bunch. That's all I'd say. Although one thing that I've not actually managed... Oh, God. Okay, someone's bleeding. Oh, not nice. That may... I think that may have been a nosebleed there. I think it's going to change shirts as well. Yeah, that is a nosebleed there. Oof. I mean, Middlesbrough giving it rough, which I'm not too surprised about. Of course they are going to give it rough. So Fulham are man down, but despite that, they've gone forward. In fact, they gave the ball away cheaply. Here's Duncan Watmore against Fabio Carvalho. They're giving the ball away a little bit. Do you think you can get 100 likes on a championship prediction? I don't know. I don't think I will. I mean, I don't know how it's doing at the moment. I've not checked for a while. So, okay, right now it's on 72 likes at the moment with 3 dislikes. I don't think it will. I think my early predictions is actually closer to 100 likes than my official ones. 89 likes my early predictions has, but 9 dislikes. So a lot of people being a little bit angry about my predictions there, but overall more people liked it. 17 more people, in fact. Oh, cross comes in by Carvalho, but it doesn't find anyone. Callum, welcome to the stream. Charlie the Brown putting, yeah, I cow for Dragon putting. Oh, could be a chance. Good defending once again. My God, I think Joe Lumley was needed to be tested there. I was reading comments, but I think Lumley's just made a great save. Cross comes in. Mitrovic with a touch. Harry Wilson with a good volley, and it's a good save by Lumley. Harry Wilson, yeah. God, Fulham fans were about to celebrate there, but nah, it wasn't a powerful shot, but it was a good save. And free kick given to Middlesbrough way. It is a big season for Harry Wilson. I think now he's made a permanent transfer rather than a loan transfer. The expectations will be through the roof for him now. Oh, gosh. Well, one thing I'm going to say is that for the impression I've got so far with this concept of me live streaming a live game, unfortunately, it's just not doing too well on my channel. So it sounds pathetic me suggesting this now, but I'm already thinking that maybe for live streams from now on, it's just going to be the FIFA ones, and it may be the 3 p.m. kickoffs. I think the individual games, I just think too many people are streaming it. You know, it's not just Matt and Benjamin Bloom, and I don't blame them doing it. But there's a good 4, 5, even 6 other people alongside of me doing it. And unfortunately, you know, it's not... Right now, it's going to do nothing for my channel. So I'm already thinking after doing the individual streams this time, I think I will do it when it goes to important games like the playoffs and stuff like that. But in terms of regular championship games, I'm already thinking just do it with the viewers it's drawn in and the little response it's had. Already thinking that I think the best way for it is to stream the FIFA and the 3 PMs. Yeah, I mean, it's not me, you know, being upset with that. You always have to try things, don't you? And unfortunately, you know, at the moment, you know, good bit of play by Fulham. Good defending that. Oh, Fulham stepping up again a bit. But, no, it's not something now I'm upset about. You know, if anything, you know, it's a bit more of an eye-opener. But, yeah, unfortunately, you know, because the 3 PMs did really well. Not in terms of views, but actually just with current viewers. You know, the average viewer, I think, that came was around 16, 17, which, if I look at the average viewers now, is not going to be more than 2 or 3, which is a huge drop-off. So, unfortunately, that's because, you know, I think just too many people are doing it. You know, unfortunately, you know, I'm a bit further back in the queue. I mean, to be fair, Benjamin Bloom doesn't even really have too many people either. He's got, well, I was going to say he hasn't got too much. Last time I checked, he had 50, but now he's got 135 people watching. Yeah, I agree. Fulham are starting to look a bit dangerous, especially down the wings, which is what I did expect to see with Marcus Silva's style of football. One thing I will say, I think Fulham would even look a lot better if they had more pre-season games. For me, Fulham have not done enough pre-season games, and I think a little bit similar to Sheffield United. Whilst they can look dangerous, they've just not. You've seen with the quality of the players and the periods of the whole game, you know, they're just not building it up, unfortunately. Right, here comes Middlesbrough. Mitrovic. Wait, what? I don't agree with that. Apparently, a free kick's been given against Ikpeazu there. Against Mitrovic. I thought Mitrovic drawn the foul there. I think Ikpeazu's a little bit unlucky with that. I don't know. Maybe you got a bit aggravated with Mitrovic grabbing him and probably did a bit extra. I don't know. I thought it was going to be a free kick to Middlesbrough. And they were mad that they were disrupting the flow of the game. 25 minutes have gone. See, now I'm thinking, should I do Coventry Forest after this? Because I don't even know. I don't even know what to do. In a way, you know, even if I don't stream the Coventry Forest game, I could relax. I'll have more time to do the graphics for the review. And I can even start doing more stuff for next week's videos as well. If you put orange on the Middlesbrough badge, you get the Netherlands badge. Yeah, you do. I can only just envision that now. I can see Harry Wilson's getting fouled a lot. I think Mark Bowler with a pretty meaty challenge on Wilson there. Middlesbrough got to be a bit careful about conceding the free kicks that they're conceding at the moment. I think if they carry on that habit, it could cost them if they're not too careful. But thanks for everyone liking the stream, by the way. I think we're just under 10 likes at the moment. If we could push to 15 for this stream, it would be quite astounding. Right. Don't know who the referee's. Who's the referee going to? He's going to. So a yellow card is going to. Is it going to Neil Warnock or the assistant? Yellow card is going to the assistant manager of Middlesbrough. You know what? That's great advice, Charlie, and I don't do that enough. Not nearly enough, anyway. Can we get an early opinion on a Derby game? It's interesting for me to see that Derby didn't lose in their first game. It is a draw. You know, and with the players they've signed as well, they've signed 4 players now, out of contract players as well. I think Ryan Alsop, Curtis Davis, what was the other one? Richard Stearman? Was it? I don't know. I can't remember. But Ravel Morrison was their most recent one, which he could be a wild card player. He could be the one that can save Derby, but don't know if it's going to be a reflective on the rest of the season. Oh, a pretty scuffed shot, and it's wide of the post. Fulham once again looking very, very dangerous going forward. I think it was Josh Onoma with a shot just wide of the post. Let's go to a capture, actually. There we go. Let's go to the details of the game. So the attack momentum. Look how that one-sided affair. Look at it. Been all Fulham. Yeah, Kevin Blackwell. I knew I recognised him. Lewis Boatmore is also given a yellow card as well. So maybe there was an altercation between Kevin Blackwell and Lewis Boatmore. I knew I recognised him because Kevin Blackwell has been someone who's been in a couple of my football fairy tales. He managed Leeds, if I'm right in saying. He's probably managed a couple of others as well. I don't know if he managed Queen's Park Rangers. I'm probably confusing him. But Kevin Blackwell has managed quite a few championship clubs. And obviously assistant manager now. I knew I recognised him. But yeah, obviously a little bit on the older side from now what I'm used to seeing with my videos. So yeah, there's been 2 yellow cards, one from each player and one from each staff member. So quite evenly spread out there. But look at the stats there. So can you see all of this? Yeah, you can. So 71% possession to 29% possession. Good layoff from Teti to find Josh Onoma in the right-hand side. Here's Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson trying to find some space. Harry Wilson, and it's a goal! We've got our first goal, and it's Harry Wilson that scores for Fulham. Great bit of play by Harry Wilson there. He does fantastically well to get into the space. Wow. What a start this is. And I've got to say, I think Fulham's deserved it. They have started the better team. And in the 29th minute, Harry Wilson gets the lead. It's a brilliant goal. We definitely need to talk through this again. So, it's a good bit of layoff play by Adebayo to find Teti in the right-hand side. Gives it to Josh Onoma, who's against Paddy McNair there. But Harry Wilson goes up against Mark Bowler, doesn't feel intimidated, finds the space. No one else challenges him, disappointingly. So, let's see this again. Harry Wilson, I think it is against Mark Bowler. Wow. Oh, he completely nutmegs the defender there. I can't quite see which one it was. It may have been Howson. And it's past the reach of Joe Lumley. He couldn't do too much about it. It's a really good individual goal by Harry Wilson. That is 1-0 to Fulham. Yeah, no chance at all. And it has been coming. I think Fulham have started to really step up their intensity. We were just talking about the possession, but now as soon as that's finished, Fulham did manage to score. Yeah, it was the 29th minute, and it was Josh Onoma with the assist. Good bit of play as well by Teti as well. Great composure to find Onoma in that space as well. Here they go again in the right-hand side. I think that's been a real dangerous side for Fulham, that right-hand side. We haven't been in the game at all. To be fair, I don't think, apart from that first chance by Wilson, no side. Ooh, an audacious effort, I think, by Neeskens Cabano. It's just wide of the post. Middlesbrough have not forced any chances, which has been a shame. But you've got to give credit for Fulham. They've actually been rather organised, but also going forward, they've looked dangerous. This is what I expected to see from Sheffield United last night. But if this carries on to the rest of the season, and this is from against a really tough Middlesbrough side, then I think we are expecting to see Fulham right up there. I haven't seen too many weaknesses with that side at the moment. Right, here's Duncan Watmore, defended away by Anthony Robinson, and it's going to be a corner to Middlesbrough. I haven't seen enough of Ikpeazu and Matt Crooks yet. Really wished I've seen a little bit more of them at the moment, but fair play to Fulham. They really have done well, actually, and what's really surprised me is actually how sensible they've been in defence, because I've been really critical of their defence, really, and Marcus Silva is not renowned of having a really strong defence in his teams, but this team just seems to know what they're doing. Cross comes in. Oh, Ikpeazu tries to win the header, but he can't direct it anywhere near goal. No, I thought about it if he managed Queen's Park Rangers, but I don't think he did. There's one other manager that's around in so many of them. I'm pretty sure he's done Leeds. I'm almost certain he's done Leeds at some stage, because I think he managed Leeds when they were still in the Premier League, actually, if I'm right in saying. Recently done a club he managed. Well, then maybe, if that's the case, then it's going to be, maybe even Blackburn then. That's probably the club he's done. But no, I'm pretty sure Blackwell didn't manage QPR. there was someone else that I'm getting confused with. Oh, God, I didn't realise this. A friendly between Spurs and Arsenal have just kicked off. Well, I'll be interested to see how that result goes out. No Harry Kane, not a surprise there. Aston Villa are currently playing against Salernitana, who I think are a Serie A team. I think they're recently promoted from Serie B. So yeah, they're going to be a Serie A team. Middlesbrough moving forward, but it's well defended. Their crossing, Middlesbrough, has just not been good enough, really. They've just not been able to find the second man. I've done the story vid recently, but in the Championship. But yeah, but the two teams I have done recently have been Blackburn and Luton. If you're talking about the fairy tales, then it may have been Leeds. I'm pretty sure they have done Leeds. I might be wrong, but for some reason I think he's done Leeds. Yeah, Leeds, Luton. Oh, yeah, it's Luton. So that was the one that Charlie was trying to get me to say. Sheffield United and Bury. Yeah, I think Bury was one of the last clubs. I think he was actually one of the last few managers of Bury before they unfortunately got disbanded, which is a real shame when I think about it. Okay, so Adebayo's just been known as tossing. You know, he will be hoping that he doesn't get tossed in the bin in a minute, you know, because he just conceded a really silly free kick there. Promise this will be the only pun I do in the whole stream. Right, so it looks like Paddy McNair standing all over it. Well, Honeygun, thank you for telling me. Well, you know, my brain is probably not at it today. You know, it was either going to be Blackburn or Luton. It was going to be between two teams. Right. I think it's Sam Morsey and okay, Paddy McNair with a free kick. It's low and it's poor, blocked. It's one back, but Fulham defend again. This is, you know, why have I not seen this sort of defensive performance by Fulham ever? You know, I don't renown Marco Silva being a defence-minded manager, but they're defending. I mean, to be fair, I don't think Middlesbrough have been good enough going forward. So I think defending has been rather simplistic for Fulham. But Middlesbrough have made Fulham, you know, really, really comfortable. Really comfortable at the moment. And right now, this will be the sort of result that's really, really going to project them. Yeah, I did know about that. I mean, not only because it's got quite a fair few likes, it's got a load of dislikes as well. And I did make a load of mistakes there as well that a lot of people liked to point out. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not perfect. Okay, another yellow card's been given. Neil Warnock is not pleased with that. I think it's Mark... Or is it Deek Steele? I think it's been given a yellow card. And I think it's Tim Ream who's down. Let's see this again. No, it's Ikpeazu. So yeah, Ikpeazu, who's been pulled off by the referee with the foul on Mitrovic. He does lead with his arm. Yeah, I think that is a yellow, unfortunately, for Ikpeazu's part. Just way too rough. And just... Tim Ream already stands his ground very, very well. And Ikpeazu does get a yellow card. I've been a bit disappointed with Ikpeazu at the moment. I've wanted, you know, with him being a physical striker, I would think that would really suit how Middlesbrough play. But unfortunately, it's not really gone that way at all, really. I mean, I think this will be Middlesbrough's one of their toughest tests, you know, especially, you know, they would have got probably one of the worst teams to play at the start of the season. But, you know, as soon as they get out of the way, they need to really try and, you know, up their game and move on with this. Referee shocking against Blackpool. Well, I knew about the time wasting bit. One Bristol City player got booked for time wasting, and within literally a minute later, they equalised. I don't know how much stoppage time they had. I don't know if Blackpool scored within or outside of the stoppage time. If they scored outside of the stoppage time, it's going to be more painful for me because I predicted 1-0 to Bristol City, and if they scored outside the stoppage time, then that's, you know, that's really going to really annoy me because he should have blown the whistle at that time. But no, potentially with other things given away as well. God, there's just so many people streaming this game. There's so many. There's at least I tell you what I've forgotten to do. I've forgotten to put the hashtags in the description down below. Well, that's another big reason why I'm gonna not do well at the moment. Hang on a minute. Let me do that now. I now know how to put hashtags in videos. So let's fix that. Okay, here's Crooks in the right-hand side. He's against Antonio Robinson with a cross, and Gazaniga collects it very well. Right, let's put these hashtags and see if they help people find my video. We'll see. 3 minutes added on, and they scored in the 93rd. Okay, so it's still within 3 minutes. Well, man, that is very, very tough. That is tough. It's tough for people who predicted it. It's tough for Bristol City fans. It was a great goal. I'm not taking that away. It was a really good goal by Blackpool. But by that time, Bristol City should have been home and dry. What a big game I've just noticed. That's going to be the Saturday midday game. Peterborough versus Derby. That in itself is a relegation 6-pointer in match day 2. We've also got Swansea Sheffield United, where both of them having a poor start to the season. Relegation 6-pointer also. Throw in from toss in there. Okay. I think this is Francois. What a ball, but unfortunately too much power, and Lumley collects. Some of these players I've not seen too much of. No, it was Tete actually with that through ball. A lot of these players I've not seen too much of. Like Francois is someone I've not seen too much with Fulham. Tete is someone I've not seen too much with Fulham. Yeah, Peterborough Derby, Swan Sheffield next week on Sky Sports. So yeah, these are the two live games. I mean, right now, as I've said, the fact of the matter of it is, I'm not getting a lot of people watching these individual streams. So I don't know if I'm going to continue watching these live games, especially that they do take a lot of time out of my day. So I could use the time, when Coventry play Forest, to spend time with my family, just to relax, just to speak with people, and just to catch up with uni, but also just work for YouTube this week. Oh, a bit of a collision there between Cabano and Lumley, but Lumley collects. Why does Luton Brom have to be 3 p.m? Well, that's because they've already decided the match day was going to be a 3 p.m. kickoff, before either of them played. I think they undermined Luton Town. I think they wanted to put Peterborough and Derby with them being, two teams, expected to be near the bottom. I think they expected Luton to potentially, be an interesting test for West Brom, but not be anything special. But I generally think Luton are going to be a real team to watch this season. I did say, I know people like to say I don't know anything compared to Ben, or either of the two Bens. But I do have a brain. I do have two functioning eyes. And for what I saw with Luton, with the options and the people they've got just in their bench alone, they've got a really good squad on their hands. So, people don't need to be dismissive and say that I don't know anything. It could be, as always as well, I'm not going to sound very conclusive when I go through my review, because at the same time, it's only the first game of the season. There's 45 games left from all of them. All right, I thought it was half time there. We've still got 4 minutes, and it's a throw-in to Middlesbrough. It's going to be a good game. Yeah, Luton Brom will be a good game. For Owen, great question. We were just talking about this because, unfortunately, with these individual football streams, or these live football streams, they've not been doing well at all in terms of views. Apart from the 3 p.m. watch-alongs, they tend to do well because I think it's only myself and Ben who do that. Ben Bloom, that is, that do it. So, at least, there's not too many people that are going to be drawn away. Unfortunately, when it comes to live games, a lot of people are going to be drawn away. I think there's over 6-7 different channels bigger than mine who are all streaming this game, So, unfortunately, it's just not been a good stream for this one. It's been good to see the people, and that's honestly been the best part of the stream, and of course watching some football. But with the overall growth of the channel and how much it's going to help it, unfortunately these individual live streams aren't going to help. So unfortunately, I did speak to people about should I stream Coventry and Forest based on, this poor, trend going on, because we didn't get too many people with Sheffield United and Birmingham either. We got all right, but it wasn't anywhere near compared to what we previously had. So yeah, my decision is I'm probably not gonna stream it, because I basically I need a break as well. Because I was only thinking about this when I was editing last night, thinking, wow, I'm just feeling so burnt out here. I can't be burnt out right in the beginning of the season. But also, I'm also thinking about my university. I'm also thinking about just seeing people, because, this is a very lonely business, YouTube in general, with the amount of time I have to spend on it. So I got to make sure I look after myself as well. So it's making sure I pace myself. I'm just looking at what's going on here. Robinson with the clearance. Good. I've got to say, I'm really praising Fulham's defending right now. They're not panicking when they get into the defence, which is something that they always done. I think it's part of Middlesbrough not really being able to press Fulham that well. I think they've really struggled with that, personally. Yes, I did, Charlie. And someone had a go at me on Twitter, because it's literally what I said to Ben, saying, basically, he challenged me saying, well, that's ridiculous. We were promoted in the Championship in 2000. And I'm like, you've not read my tweet properly. Since Division 1 was changed to the Championship, it has taken 7 seasons for Preston to get relegated. Of course, Preston were previously in the second tier before it was called the Championship, but I'm calling it when it was originally the Championship in 2004-05. 7 seasons later, relegation. Promotion, 2015-16. 7 seasons after that, 21-22. Preston now get their worst opening day fixture they've ever had. So we are lucky quality in the final third. Tavernier and Amiobi fit. And I don't even think it's just the attacking third. I just think the overall game management with Fulham as well. Because even when I see Middlesbrough with the ball, they've not been able to be inventive enough and quick enough to whip the ball forward. And I've got to give praise to Fulham there, because they've really pressed well. And Fulham being able to press like that was something that they really lacked in the Premier League. I called them actually a spineless team, because they really lack that, winning mentality and holding a lead. If they held a 1-goal lead in the Premier League, they'll be thinking, okay, within the next 10 or so minutes, they're going to equalise, well, they're going to concede, and, they won't win. But right now, I'm not seeing any of that here, because they're organised, they are prepared, they know exactly what they're doing, and they look well drilled. And it surprises me, because I think Middlesbrough have had more of a pre-season than what Fulham had. So I'd expect Middlesbrough to be a little bit more organised. But it's been their press I've been a bit disappointed with Middlesbrough. They've not really been able to match Fulham's press. Yeah, 2000 doesn't go Championship history. I'm talking about the inaugural Championship season, the first time Division 1's been renamed to the Championship, which has been 2004-2005. That does not count. I'm not counting that as the Championship. Second tier, yes. Championship, no. So I've got all the facts to back that up. And I tell you what, if Preston do go down, and let's say, I don't know, second tier, or Benjamin Bloom invites me on, and then I share this stat, I'll be like, I'm not a psychic or a mystic, and believes all these superstitions. But the 7 curse, it returns to Preston. And I tell you what, it's definitely the most negative and the most pessimistic I've seen. How was the word? Pessimistic I've ever seen BENHD in a game ever. I thought the 18-19 season, was going to be, matching this, but this feels even worse for me. And I think the thing is with Ben, I remember that 18-19 season when I watched him, as a fan. He just kind of laughed it off and, just accepted the banter, really. And I think he may do the same now. But I think in a way now I feel like he knows more about football, and I think naturally when we watch more football, the more we learn about it, he's going to have a more of an educated description on just what's been going on. David C 1996. I'm a Chelsea fan. Do you think we can win the Super Cup on Wednesday? Great question. I think we can, based on what I've seen with Villarreal. I think on paper we should beat them. Right, the 3 minutes have just been gone, but I think Middlesbrough have got a free kick. I think it's going to be the final attack before half-time. Yeah, why not? Let's be confident. Let's hope we can win a trophy already before the season starts. That'll be a great start for us. But yeah, welcome to the stream, David. It's good that viewers are welcoming a lot of new people here. I try and be friendly to viewers, but also I always make sure the community's friendly as well. Oh, it's a dangerous free kick, but well defended by Fulham. And the half-time whistle has gone. Fulham make good value for their lead. A brilliant goal by Harry Wilson. I'm still thinking what's going to be my goal for the weekend. I think I'm already going to put it to Rob Dickey's solo goal. But Harry Wilson, man, that was a really nice goal. Him and Jed Wallace as well. A bit of a similar proximity as well away from the goal. Great strikes, both of them as well. Which former Derby manager won the first ever manager of the month? Paul Jewell. Because I think that season was when Wigan got promoted, and I knew he was Wigan manager at that time. I think just sometimes with me, I just remember the random stuff. That would have been a good, if we did a championship Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. That would have been a great question, actually. Thank you to whoever's just subscribed to the channel. If it was David, thank you so much. We're on 714 subscribers now. Thank you so much for that. We are edging closer to our target today of 715. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much for this. Remember, the closer we get to 1,000, the quicker we'll do this collab with BENHD, that is. But also, the quicker you guys can see the full 90 minutes of your boy wearing black, playing football and proving that he is Paolo Maldini with a mix of Lorenzo Insigne. That's literally your reward. So, I'm treating you guys with a load of good stuff, if we can get to that target, So 1,000, not only will we get the collab of, I think, my dreams, but your dreams as well. You would also see me playing 90 minutes of football, which I think may be priceless to some of you. Gutted you couldn't get tickets for the game. It was only about 40 minutes away from Belfast. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is very unfortunate. I think with Chelsea, and it's something that I want to do really soon as well. I've been I could say lazy if I'm going to be really harsh on myself, but at the same time, I've just not been able to get the time to get on and to watch a game in person. So I do make sure I'm wary what I say, in case people say, well, how can you say this? You've not been to a single game. But I've watched Chelsea for as long as I can remember. I've been supporting through thick and thin, off the lowest to the highest to lows again for as long as I can remember. So I would hope that I can, be good enough, with being a Chelsea fan. And to be honest, I think, to be fair, with our own community, we are actually very, very a welcome and humble community in that way. And yeah, it is a shame. It would have been a really good atmosphere to see Villarreal. I think definitely, if we were to really outpack the Villarreal crowd as well, it would have been great. But yeah, that's a shame. But hopefully we still get a good result for us. Yeah, the charging bar does say 71.4%. It's getting there, isn't it? Nearly 3/4 of the way there, isn't it? You're having to go to a Carabao Cup game because the second round fixtures are right near my birthday. Fair enough. I tell you one thing I'm really hoping. I'm hoping Chelmsford City would eventually make it past the qualifying rounds and eventually get to the first round where they could potentially play a championship team at best. Can you imagine that? Chelmsford potentially playing Birmingham, Sheffield United in the first round. Even if I've not been to too many Chelmsford City FC games, I'll be straight on their website. Even if Chelmsford qualify for the first round, I'm very tempted in a way just to get tickets already and just fingers crossed is a home game and it's someone, with a really good amount of history. Imagine if it was Preston. Oh my God. What do you think of the whole Messi situation? A shambles, really. Barcelona, and it's really been coming, unfortunately, when they've spent that obscene amount of money on Coutinho, Ousmane Dembele, and Antoine Griezmann, and to not get the money generated, from, the success on the pitch, it's going to happen. And unfortunately, due to La Liga profit and sustainability rules, they can't get Messi's contract. And a lot of people on Twitter have been really, really ratty about the whole thing, saying that Messi, should just retire, and just still be a one-man team. But in the end of it, if he's still able to play football, he might as well still play football. And unfortunately, it's a paid business. People are saying he should go on a free transfer, like what David Beckham did, near the end of his career, and, put all his funds to charities and stuff like that. But in the end of it, he's his own man. He can do what he wants. Yes, if that happened, then most definitely I would go. Most definitely. And the thing is as well, because of a local rivalry, it would probably be the first time that Melbourne Stadium would be filled as well. Oh, I would fear on the capacity, though, because it's not a huge ground. It's not a huge ground, Melbourne City Stadium, which is where Chelmsford play their games, by the way. It's not big. Basically, to give you context of what Chelmsford City Stadium is, it's literally one big block. And I would go as far to say it can fit around 500, potentially, maybe a bit more. And the track, the pitch itself, is literally an Olympic grass pitch. There's an Olympic track that runs all the way around the pitch. A bit similar to London Stadium, but I shouldn't really compare it because, honestly, Olympic Stadium is almost 3 times the size, probably even more than that, than in a Melbourne City Stadium. But it's an Olympic track that runs all the way around it. And the grass pitch that's been used for the football pitch, has previously been used in sports events such as javelin, discus, those sorts of field events. So, yeah, it's not a natural football pitch. PSG are going to have some teams. Surely now they can win the Champions League. You would think that PSG should have won the Champions League when they just got Neymar for that amount of money with Mbappe, but they still can't win it. But now they got Messi, there's no excuse. Even if they've not got a serial winner like Pochettino as their manager, just that squad in general is ridiculous. I would almost say they're the European, equivalent of, people, going to America or Japan or China to get huge money. I feel like PSG are like the European equivalent of that, who can really pay these huge, obscene amounts of money. And unfortunately, PSG treat themselves as a serious club, but unfortunately, when money's involved like that, it's difficult for it to be as serious. What if it happens at Colchester? No, I'll still make the trip. It'll take me about 30 or 40 minute drive, but I'll still go to it. I mean, one of my friends, George, took me to my first ever football game, which was actually Colchester playing against Chesterfield in an FA Cup first round game, I think 4 years ago now, which is crazy because Chesterfield are completely different division now to Colchester. Do I support any other teams other than Chelsea? Yes, Colchester in League 2 because I'm an Essex lad and I support an EFL Essex team. And in fact, Colchester are the only Essex team left in the EFL following that Southend were relegated last season to the National League. And my local team is Chelmsford City, who are in the 6th division of English football. And obviously, that's the division below the National League, where obviously now Southend are now playing their football. So, I'll stop waffling on about my... do you think Gerrard could be the next Kenny Dalglish? There's essences of his game that I can definitely match with that, but it's difficult to say, with Rangers, with the squad they have, you should think with the squad they have, they should win anyway. I think if he does something like with a similar miracle, what Dalglish did with Blackburn Rovers. Let's say if he managed a team like Tranmere, who for some bizarre reason managed to get into the Championship, and he managed them and he got them to the Premier League and he got them to Champions League or whatever. That would be unbelievable. I think the difference being is that Blackburn's a much older club than Tranmere. I'm just trying to think of, unfortunately, there's not too many clubs based in Liverpool that have not really achieved their potential. Everton, Liverpool being the two oldest ones, and they've really been up there. I would go as far to say, well, he won't do this, but if he were to manage Everton and he got them Champions League football, or if anything, gave him a title challenge, or even got Everton to win the Premier League, that would be as much of a miracle that I've seen with Blackburn winning the Premier League under Dalglish. That's the sort of expectation if you're going to put on Gerrard, if you're going to try and compare him to Dalglish. Could you see him in Liverpool in the next 10 to 15 years? Yeah, you know what? Why not? To be honest, that made me a little bit sick in the mind because I don't really want to think about what Gerrard's going to look like in the next 10, 15 years. This is going to be the painful thing where we're going to see former players we've supported now become the managers of our teams, and it's going to make us feel so incredibly old. It already made me feel a little bit old that Frank Lampard was managing Chelsea, but when someone like Gerrard would manage Liverpool, or I don't know, let's say, I'm just trying to think of another example, Charlie Adam managing Blackpool or something. All of these things are going to make me feel really, really, really old. Where do I see Chelsea finishing? That's a good question. I mean, I'm going to do my official predictions this week. I'm still thinking top 4, but it's difficult because I think Liverpool will improve. Man City, I know they lost a Charity Shield or Community Shield, whatever it's called. I think they'll still be up there. Leicester will be up there. Man United will be up there with the transfers they've made. It's down to consistency, and the fact that Chelsea have got a difficult start, it could put us in the back foot in the competition. But if we win those games, opening games, we actually, in a way, could be in a great position here. What do you think of us signing Lukaku? Lukaku, for one, I felt we were really ruthless in letting him go in the first place. The last time he kicked a ball at Chelsea was the UEFA Cup final against Bayern Munich, where he missed the deciding penalty. And since then, we've just not given him a chance. And I don't know why it's just taken this long for Chelsea to realise that he is the player that he is. But I think also it's just Chelsea's desperation to get a striker that knows how to score a goal. We've just got a striker curse at our club. Not since Drogba, and maybe even Costa. I think it's a bit unfair if I don't include him, but I don't like his attitude. But I think since Drogba especially, we've not found a striker that have been able to step up to the plate, roughhouse the Premier League, and just, I don't know. Maybe the Premier League has changed a little bit, and, maybe, we've taught our strikers to play in certain ways, trying to model themselves a bit like Drogba-esque. And due to this change to the Premier League, maybe our coaches have not adapted to those changes, and maybe they need to do more changes, to improve our striking. I don't know, but I think it can go as deep as that to with our striker problems, because it really has been a problem for as long as I can remember. Shevchenko, Torres, Morata, of course, and even Werner this season. So Gerrard could be the heir to Bielsa. Oh, I tell you what, I would actually... I don't know if Leeds fans would be too pleased with that, but I could see some of them actually not minding if they do get Gerrard in. I actually think that might be not a bad appointment by Leeds if Bielsa decides to make way, because Bielsa, not the youngest of managers, and definitely, if he gets a really good offer, he won't turn it down, but I think he's really building something quite special with Leeds. Hopefully he can continue that magic he's done at Leeds. Scarlord, welcome to the stream. Chelsea to sign Mo Salah and De Bruyne. Oh, I wish. I do wish. Gotta forget about what we could have and what we have now. So, 1-0 between Fulham and Middlesbrough at half-time. Because Fulham scored when I was going through all of my stats, let's actually have the time to go through it now. So, let's go through this now. No. So, looking at this, near the end when Fulham scored, Middlesbrough did look a bit better. But to be honest, I think that's a bit generous because they didn't really test Palagazaniga in goal at all. Let's look at the stats. 61 to 39% possession, 7 shots to 2, 2 shots on target to 0. Only 1 shot off target and 1 blocked shot when it comes to Middlesbrough there. 3 corner kicks to 2, 1 offside there. Look at that, 10 fouls. And that's not been good. Right, I've just noticed some Carabao Cup games that are live. Derby, Salford, and Leyton Orient, QPR. So a London derby between Leyton Orient and QPR. That's going to be interesting. 2 yellow cards to 1 there. Obviously, the 1 yellow card for Mitrovic right in the beginning. 3 shots outside the box to 0. 4 shots outside the box to 2. I can't remember if I have Wilson in my team. I don't think I do. I think I decided not to use him, which I'm so upset at myself about. 183 passes to 117, 138 accurate passes there, 13 on balls there. So then look at that. A lot more direct style from Middlesbrough, but a lot more tiki-taka style with Fulham there. So you can see the contrast there. 4 dribbles successfully done from Middlesbrough, which I think is a bit disappointing with Fulham's part. It means they've not been able to close down Middlesbrough when they've had a lot on the ball. Okay, for some reason, it just couldn't load. It's now reloaded. Any more important stats? 1 save from Joe Lumley, but yeah, nothing from Paulo Gazzaniga. He's had a really quiet game. Really quiet game. He might as well just have stayed at home, really, to be honest. I think it still would have been 1-0 to Fulham if he stayed at home. I'm really interested to see if there's going to be any substitutions. I think Middlesbrough especially are going to need some substitutions there. Is Tomori back at Chelsea? No, he signed for AC Milan permanently, which breaks my heart. I think Kai Havertz is going to have a good season. Yes, I hope so. And I think for what I've seen in pre-season, I'm really excited to see more of him. I think Ziyech had a good pre-season, so hopefully we see better from him as well. Derby Salford, kind of a derby with Rooney. Yeah, I mean, it's a link with Wayne Rooney, I'll give you that. But of course, Derby have already played Salford in pre-season, and they lost 2-1 to Salford recently. So, should be a good chance for Derby to wrong the right. Right the wrong, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, AC Milan, he's joined them permanently, yeah. Oh, it breaks my heart. We should have kept him. Really should have kept him. Just another one that got away. Another one that could be an absolute superstar come the future. Yeah. Well, he was one. He was someone I did like at Chelsea as well. Yeah. Right. It looks like Fulham are about to kick off. It looks like Mitrovic is going to kick off here, which is bizarre. Let's just get the timer ready. Fulham about to kick off. So second half, Fulham 1 at Middlesbrough 0. Middlesbrough have it all to do to try and catch up here. Middlesbrough need just a different performance than what they have done previously. And there we go, kick off. God, I'm really thirsty and fully drunk all my water, so I've got 45 minutes for my voice to survive. Yeah, I did remember that, but that game annoys me to this day because it was a penalty shootout which we never should have lost. We were right in control in that game, and we let Eric Lamela free in the 89th minute, where Emerson should have done better defending-wise. So, whilst I find the funny side in that, it's a game where we should have wrapped up, and we should have scored more as well. So, yeah, I'm unfortunately not going to be able to see it in the funny side. Okay, it's Josh Onuma. Harry Wilson on the right-hand side with the cross. Mitrovic with a flick. It's well defended in the end by Middlesbrough. Yeah, his strike against Wolves was honestly up there for goal of the season. Chef's kiss, good, really. It really was quite special. It was his first goal for the Premier League as well, which is, I think, something he'll always cherish. Here's Josh Onuma on the right. And Lumley collects. Right. Middlesbrough still need to respond. Fulham have gone out the traps and have really started well. Middlesbrough need to just do something different. They need to, continue their direct approach, but just execute it a little bit better. Long goal kick by Lumley. Okay, but Fulham defend it well again. And yeah, no signs have been really... All right, Middlesbrough have got a free kick. A foul by Tosin Adebayo. And I think that's what Middlesbrough need to do. Just search for more free kicks, but win their individual battles as well. Because I think they've been a little bit soft for my liking. And to be soft against Fulham, you know, it's a bit of an insult, really. You know, you can really roughhouse Fulham. You know, they've not got the most you've not got the most powerful players, so just really roughhouse them. That's what you've got to do. Right. It looks like I think it'll be Paddy McNair taking the free kick again. Now, it needs to be or is it Grant Hall this time, I think, taking the free kick? I don't think it's McNair. I mean, I'm not surprised if McNair's going to not take it again, because his free kick last time was a bit atrocious. No, it is McNair with the cross. Header. Oh, a bit of panic stations going in. A first time that they Fulham panicked a little bit at the back, but they did still manage to clear it, which is what's important. That's the first small bit of nervousness I've seen with Fulham in the entire game. But it was a good delivery by McNair, but no one really been able to win their header on it. Right. Jack, welcome to the stream. You're back from watching Dad play walking football. Fair enough. That you know, that's something, you know, we always like to see. Our family enjoying the sport that we all love. No free kick given now. I don't know why. I thought Fabio Carvalho was rather manhandled there. Bit of skill there, but unfortunately the ball is given away. God, it would have been a little bit of a stroke from genius by Sam Morsey if he pulled that off, but unfortunately it didn't quite work. Here come Fulham again. Carvalho to Niskins Cabano. Not seeing too much of Cabano in this game, to be honest. Francois to Carvalho. Anthony Robinson. Francois to Adebayo. Harry Wilson to Mitrovic. Working very well with Mitrovic. Ball. No penalty given. Looked a little bit rough. I won't lie. They haven't won their last two friendlies. They played against Leeds recently, didn't they? And so obviously they didn't win that then. They didn't beat Leicester as well, I don't think. So, yeah. If they didn't win their last two friendlies, then shortly, you know, Chelsea could get some confidence from that. Cross comes in and Lumley collects. Yeah, it was all headers. That time it wasn't. That time it was Maxime Collan as well. But against a tough. God, I think Sam Morsey might be. I don't know. Let's see this again. I'm just looking at the penalty incident. 50-50 if that's a penalty for me. It was Sam Morsey on Fabio Carvalho. Great result for Birmingham, though. They just need to keep this result going. And, you know, they can't fade away by the second or third game of the season. They need to keep this up. And then Birmingham might actually have a good season. As showed in that game against Sheffield United, they can defend well for 90 minutes. They just need to keep doing that. Right, so we have got 40 minutes left of this match. We're on 714 subscribers, so we've gained 3 subs today. Thank you guys so much for trying to push the channel up. We're still on the road to 800 subscribers now. The closer we get to 1,000, of course, is the collab with BENHD and also the football that you'll see for the whole 90 minutes as well of me playing on the pitch. Of course, you guys are going to know the outcome if you see my Instagram post. But you won't know how I've performed until you get me to that target. That's the deal. Also, there'll be 1,000 sub Q&A as well. So there's a lot that I have planned if we get to that target. I mean, I'm probably not going to start believing until we reach around the 800, 850 stage, where it gets a little bit closer. You know, we've not even reached 3 quarters yet, you know, and I'm already thinking a little bit too far ahead, maybe. Oh, free kick given against Mark Bowler there on Harry Wilson. And that will be a yellow card for Mark Bowler there. And that is going to be a pretty dangerous free kick, actually. Very near the box. A bit of an awkward angle, but it should be quite dangerous. Who's my favourite player to watch all together? I don't know, to be honest. I really do like watching Messi, though. I really do. I don't think anyone could work the ball better than what I've seen with him. I liked watching Drogba and Salomon Kalou back in the day. Frank Lampard, the flair he had in midfield. But I always respected someone like Wayne Rooney up front. I always feared Ryan Giggs whenever he played. You know, even when I started watching, you know, it was turning into his heyday. He was always someone who was very dangerous as well. Gareth Bale, his first spell at Spurs, unbelievable. I remembered, you know, being really, really scared of him as a rival fan. Free kick taken. Oh, I think Mitrovic got a touch, but it was just wide off the post. Yeah, Etheridge would still be recovering from COVID with Sanderson, Graham and Chong. Yeah, Sanderson as well. Sanderson didn't play, but Tara Chong probably up there for man of the match with Maxime COLLAB. Both were absolutely brilliant. I'm still thinking of my player of the weekend. I might give it to Tara Chong based on the individual performance I've seen of him. He really bullied that Sheffield United midfield. He really did. Ooh, Carvalho coming close this time. Oh, Charlie, I'm not going to laugh at that. As a footballer, thank you. So, not a bad effort by Fabio Carvalho there. It's a header by Anthony Robertson. Mitrovic, that would have given me a couple of points if that gone in. Sorry, guys. I don't know. Well, I'll tell you why I'm tired. It's because I've worked so hard to keep this channel going. Yeah, I'm not surprised Chong was man of the match. I did know Sky awarded it. I mean, it doesn't mean he's man of the match. I mean, Sky, of course, did award. Yeah, of course he's man of the match then. Yeah, Sky awarded it. And I'm still thinking of my player of the weekend because that's what I tend to do when I do my reviews. Right, Duncan Watball's going off. Didn't see too much of him, unfortunately. So I think he has definitely made the right choice of getting him off. And I think DJ Spence is going on for him. Intriguing to put him on. I think Uche Ikpeazu is going off as well. So they're completely changing the strikers, which I think is an interesting decision. I would have kept more of them on. And it looks like putting Marcus Tavernier on instead. I think it was Johnny Burrow who wanted Tavernier to go on. He wanted Amiobi, I think, to go on as well. So maybe Amiobi could be someone who may come later. I don't even know if Amiobi's on the bench. I didn't check, actually. I could check now, actually. Is Amiobi on the bench? He's not on the bench. Although Martin Piero is on the bench. Lee Peltier is. Yeah, Amiobi's can't play. Maybe he's injury or COVID. Could be one of the two. Ikpeazu was disappointing. I didn't see anywhere near the player that I saw at Wickham, you know, when he came from Leicester. Lewis Potter, player of the weekend. Yeah, that's a good shout. King Lewis Potter could be player of the weekend with a goal and assist on his debut in, his return to the Championship. Because I remember Hull signed King Lewis Potter from Liverpool in the second half of the 1920 season, and he had glimpses of good quality, but he just didn't show it. And then in League One, he kind of reinvented his form. And then obviously in the Championship, he just completely exploded in confidence. So, honestly, night and day, King Lewis Potter. That's a really good shout, actually. I think between him and Chong might be my two men of the matches. Fine. I was going to say the two transfers, but he's actually not a new player. They got him back in the 1920 season, back when I was a bit more of a fetus on this YouTube channel, back in the days when I had under 100 subs as well. Here's Tim Ream on the ball. Mitrovic going to give it to Adebayo. Yep. Going to give it to Mitrovic again. Tim Ream. Tim Ream being a bit brave at the moment, but right now being very confident. Adebayo to Mitrovic, back to Adebayo with Tim Ream back on the ball. This type of possession play is what I expected with Fulham. Is Josh Onuma to Tim Ream. Now there's some space. Disappointing. And it's a free kick given to Middlesbrough. Disappointing by Francois there. Gave the ball away way too cheaply there. I'd say Sarkic would do bad in pre-season, then do good in the season. Well, Sarkic was a bit shaky. He was a little bit shaky, in the game against Sheffield United. But thankfully, he didn't really need to make a save. So that's why Sheffield United didn't really score. Because they didn't really have... The only shot they had on target was a shot that was in contention to be a penalty. Thanks for everyone liking. 14 likes, 1 dislike. I mean, you always get one of those in those streams. How we're doing with subs as well. 714. If we could push to 715, that'd be fantastically appreciative. And I think, yeah, the hashtags have worked now. You were lucky you had Sluga in goal rather than Iverson. I mean, I had Dieng in goal, and unfortunately, Jed Wallace had to do what Jed Wallace does, score a screamer to deny me my clean sheet points there. Jack's blaming the pitch for Sheffield United's loss. I mean, I think one thing I expected to make a huge difference for Sheffield United was the fact that crowds are back. But even with that, really bit pedestrian-like, which I'm a bit worried about for the rest of the season, to be honest. Unless they, I think it's good that they got a team like Swansea who are still in transition stage. They can really use that to their advantage. But if they don't beat Swansea, then, it doesn't get any easier for them. They play West Brom very, very soon after that. So sorry for yawning. Right, so the North London derby friendly between Spurs and Arsenal has ended 0-0 at half-time. Skip and Dele Alli with a yellow card for Spurs. None from Arsenal. Now, for my prediction to be fulfilled, I need Fulham to score one. For my prediction to be fulfilled, I need Middlesbrough to complete a comeback. And right now, unless there's a mistake from a goalkeeper or there's just, I don't know, a moment of magic, I don't see that happening. I mean, it would be typical Birmingham, but I think in general, Birmingham just need consistency. They just have consistency. They can have a good season. It's so simple. All right, DJ Spence trying to go forward, but Antonio Robinson wins the battle and he gets the ball away. It's good from Robinson showing that strength there. And I think still quite lucky that Fulham have him based on the interest he's had in previous years. Thanks for pushing it to 20 likes now. I appreciate that. If you have not subscribed or if you're new, please do subscribe. It does really help the channel. We're one away from 715, which I think is a good target for the channel today. So in 60th minute now, half an hour left for the game to change and flip on its head. Honestly, I think he actually might stay 1-0. And you would say that maybe Fulham probably should win by more. But at the same time, they've really made Fulham non-threatening. Middlesbrough have not had a single shot on target. Do you remember how old I was when I started watching football? I think I may have been 7 when I started watching football. Not live, unfortunately. It would have been stuff on TV. I remembered when I was, I may have been 7 when Chelsea were in the Champions League final against Man United. When John Terry had that slip. Oh my God, I had to be in the opposite room because my uncle and my dad, who were both a little bit drunk, were watching that game, and then they went absolute apeshit over it. with Terry missing the penalty. Right now, I'm looking at, what... Oh, cross comes in. Header by Cabano. Oh, what brilliant save by Joe Lumley. Nearly game over. God, I don't know how Cabano, with the short size that he is, manages to rise up against Dijksteel. It's not great defending by Dijksteel whatsoever. Neeskens Cabano is about half his height, rises above him, and he gets a powerful header, and Joe Lumley makes, a pretty comfortable save. It's pretty much right at him, but it's a very powerful header. But I was going to say, we were talking about whether I should do the Coventry and Forest game, and I know Ben and Matt might not be doing it, but at the same time, unfortunately, the only time, with these streams that my channel may do quite well is, is when I do the 3 PM watch-alongs and the FIFA streams. So, and I feel, to be honest, I think I'll do a lot better for myself, for my own health, if I have a bit of a break today, start recording my review by tomorrow morning, and get that sorted. I mean, I'm going to already tell you what I'm doing this week. Monday, I'm going to do the review. Tuesday, I think... Oh, free kick comes in by Middlesbrough. Oh, it's not well received. DJ Spence receiving the ball here. Cross comes in. Defended. Oh, that's a nasty collision. That's a nasty collision of heads between, I think, Wilson and Bowler there. That's a very, very nasty collision. Both, it looks like Wilson, I think Bowler's come out of it worse than Wilson has. It did look like Bowler was in a lot more pain than Wilson was. So yeah, Monday I'm planning on doing a review. Tuesday's got to be a transfer show because there's a lot that's happened in the transfer window. Wednesday will be my Premier League predictions, my table predictions, that is. Then the Thursday will be the second episode of the Gaffer Fantasy Championship. And then Friday will be my Championship score predictions. And just like that, we need more days in this week, pretty much. And somewhere in between all of that, I've got a stream again doing, the FIFA stream. And it might be actually tomorrow because it'll be a day I'm not needed for work. Great goal by Wilson. Just watch that goal back. Pick a 5-a-side of Championship players. So out of the current players this season, Sam Johnston in goal. I mean, I probably shouldn't say Sam Johnston. He's not made a Championship start yet this year. Johnston in goal. Defence. Semi Ajayi. I know I'm just naming West Brom players in the moment. Tosin Adebayo for Tim Ream, actually. I'd prefer Tim Ream over Adebayo. So those two are back three. Then midfield, I would want Alex Moat, and then striker Adam Armstrong any day. There's been a bit of delay following that nasty collision there. Hopefully they're both all right. Fair enough. Well, no, enjoy your holiday in Weymouth. But I don't even know if I'm going to be streaming next Saturday, to be honest with you, because with Saturday work, it's difficult for me to know, when I'm needed for work. If I can look ahead now, to be honest. Okay, so this is the online return. So yeah, okay, so I'm not needed online until 20 days time for this, and then for face-to-face I'm needed for this. Yeah, I'm just looking at my shifts, that's all. Thought I might as well, because unfortunately, there's not too many of you here. I don't have as much pressure to try and talk through the game. And to be honest, it really has been a bit stop-start this whole game. Bukowski, Ajayi, Tosin, Moat, and Moore. Oh, interesting. So actually not too dissimilar to mine, really, honestly. Yeah, we both agree with Ajayi, and you would pick Tosin over Tim Ream. I mean, honestly, both of them are just as good as each other. I think it's just sometimes preference. Bielkowski in goal is a good one. Moet we've agreed with, and more over Armstrong. Yeah, interesting. So next time I'm needed to work is Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm actually needed for a bit more work than normal. And Thursday, it's my usual shifts. And well, that's not guaranteed because I think I've got a load of shifts next week as well. So it's going to be very interesting for me to record all of this. Saturday I might be going to the game, so if you do stream, I might not be there. I mean, that's also just fine. That's fine. You know, if anything, you know, I'm not going to be insulted if you don't attend my stream, especially with good reason as well. Ooh, Wilson getting so close for getting another goal. It was a very dangerous cross. I believe it may have been by Cabano. Let's see this again. So left-hand side, Tete, Carvalho. Yeah, it was Neeskens Cabano. Grant Hall gives him way too much space here. The defending have not been too impressed. And Lumley misses it completely. And Wilson, very unlucky not to get a tapping. God, not great goalkeeping by Joe Lumley there. Like, goalkeeper, corner taken now for Fulham. That was close to a second Fulham goal. Okay. Good defending there. Half volley there from Francois, but didn't find the target. And Lumley collects. Lumley with a long goal kick, but doesn't find a red shirt. McNair going to give it to Dick Steele. Here's Sam Morsey. Here's Tavernier. Oh, good defending by Teti there. Brilliant. Here's Fabio Carvalho. He managed to ride through a couple of challenges here. Carvalho looking brilliant. Here's to Neeskens Cabano. He's going to give it back to Tete. Tete with the cross. Header. Oh, Harry Wilson on this Mitrovic. It was Mitrovic with the header. It's the closest that Mitrovic has gone to scoring and getting off the mark. So it's Neeskens Cabano once again getting the better of his man. It was really good delivery by Cabano there. You could argue it was pretty good defending, actually, by Dick Steele, making sure that he put Mitrovic off his centre. What did I predict for Coventry? 2-1 Forest. So, yeah, I'll be hoping for a 2-1 away win. I think another team to look out for is Stoke. I know, they're playing a Reading side that are not filled with too many players in the moment, but to still score 3 goals, I think, maybe Stoke is another team we've got to look out for. And I'm going to really be upset if Stoke finish very, very well, because I was really tempted to put Stoke even higher than 10th place than what I originally predicted them, but now we'll see. Still in the back of my mind, they still got that factor that it can disappoint a couple of people. Right, it looks like Middlesbrough making another sub. Sam Morsey will be going off the pitch. And replacing him is Isaiah Jones with that distinctual see-through face mask. Must have had an injury of sorts. Oh my god, I don't know if you've done history lessons, right? But when they've got these doctors, I don't know what they call them, that detect the plague or whatever, and they've got these huge beaks. That mask, that see-through mask, reminds me of that for some weird reason. Matt SB's doing a vlog, I think. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, fair play on him. It's good that he's actually trying to diverse his content, and it doesn't surprise me. I mean, he's already seen chance for Cabano. Oh, Fulham getting really close. I'm really being surprised that Fulham have not been scoring any goals. But yeah, fair play on him, for the fact, he's really enjoying going back to games now. And I have actually had people go to me before, why don't more people vlog games? I think one thing I always see from BENHD is that, why doesn't he vlog games? But personally, I don't think he needs to. I think he would look at going to Preston as a time of his relaxation, a time for him to have a drink with friends and just to enjoy himself. I mean, I would, if Chelmsford, was a good side, in the EFL. And, I would have used this time to rally all my school friends. We just watched the football, had drink afterwards. And, it looks like Bobby Reid's about to go on for Fulham. God, their squad's ridiculously strong, Fulham. Yeah, he went to see Leicester and Man City. So, yeah, I mean, if he can afford going to Coventry straight after, that's fine. Here's Tavernier, who wins the ball back, but he gives the ball away straight to Carvalho, which has been really disappointing by Middlesbrough. They keep giving the ball away. Carvalho looking very dangerous here. Here's Teti. He's going to give it to Francois, I think. Yeah, he is. He can give it to Josh Onomah. He's going to give it to Tim Ream instead. He's going to... what's Tim Ream going to do? He's going to do a good ball over the back, but it doesn't... Oof. Could have been a bit of a collision there, but DJ Spence does sniff out the danger. No, I ain't going to... Well, you could decide whether Chelsea would need me for a trial, depending on what you see in my 90-minute game. But once again, 1,000 subs is when you can see it. Because honestly, I mean, I played the game last year, and I didn't really want to show any highlights from that game at all. This year, however, I wouldn't mind showing the highlights for that game. So it should give you a bit of an exciting bit of optimism that I might have done all right. But at the same time, we need to make sure that the channel reaches a good level. Now, what I will say, Fulham have had many chances, but Middlesbrough still not with a shot on target and still with 15 minutes left. And now Middlesbrough got a dangerous free kick. All Middlesbrough need is one big chance. And if it changes to 1-1, it will be a real snatch and grab game for Middlesbrough. I have seen that you've been linked with Lyle Tenner, which I think is very interesting. And yeah, Scott Dan as well. I have seen the link there as well. It will be something I might allude to in my transfer show if the rumours are still strong with that. I have seen, it was actually one of the first tweets I saw today thinking, that might be an interesting bit of business that Birmingham do there. Right, so free kick. Very similar position that in the start of the second half. Paddy McNair again with the free kick. Tries to find it wide. And it's not well received. It was the substitute. Isaiah, I think. I think it was his first name. I can't actually remember his second name. Oh, that's bad. What's his second name? I've forgotten. The youngster. What's his name? Isaiah Jones. That's it. Jones. That's his surname. Yeah, he got the ball from the free kick and it was wide of the post. Right, the Leeskins Cabano is the one going off for Bobby Reid. Okay, that's interesting. I think Cabano's had an alright game, actually. I know he's not scored, but his deliveries in the box have been something else. And to even have an option like Bobby Reid to come off the bench, who we know what he's capable of in the Championship, is quite amazing. Thanks that there's more of you watching now. Thank you so much, guys, for taking the time to see this channel today. If you haven't liked the stream, please do so. It does help. If you're new around here and if you're not hitting that subscribe button, please do so. It does really help the channel. And I've said my rewards. 1,000 subs, you get a collaboration in the best of the Championship business, BENHD, with my channel. But also, you get to see 90 minutes of me playing some proper six-a-side football. So yeah, there's a lot on the line. Oh, that's a good bit of play here. Oh, my God. That would have been a really, really good goal there. Goodness me. That would have been some goal. And there is a goal. Oh, my God. Middlesbrough have just equalised. And it's Mark Bowler with the equalising goal. Did I not say literally 2 minutes ago, Middlesbrough need one chance and they'll equalise. And they've done exactly that. Oh my gosh. It's a goal for Middlesbrough. They've not deserved this. Fulham have been by far the better team. But this is so typical of the Championship. You can't write anyone off. It's a Middlesbrough equaliser. Let's see this again. It's a good bit of interpretive play. I think it's by Tavernier. What a good bit of play by Tavernier here. He gets a shot off. He then finds a Middlesbrough player here. And then a good bit of play on the left-hand side is Mark Bowler where it finds. It's taken out wide. It's the substitutes that have made the difference here. Isaiah Jones with the assist. What a ball to find Mark Bowler in that position. It's 1-1 here. And I tell you what, it doesn't reflect in the whole game. But fair play to Middlesbrough. They've dug deep. They really had to be patient with this. Now this is interesting. If Middlesbrough score one more goal, I would have probably called the best prediction out of everyone here. That would have been unbelievable. Right then, 1-1. Now this game, we need this game to open up a little bit now. I need to see a bit more from Fulham going forward. They have had the chances. They just need to respond. We've got 12 minutes. That should be more than enough time. Cross comes in, well defended by Grant Hall. This is really going to be interesting now. You just missed out on 3 points. Oh, you predicted 1-0. Oh, that's such a shame. That would have been the feeling I felt when Blackpool scored in the final minute of their game. Oh, header. And it's collected by Joe Lumley. And there's a storm that's just been starting outside now. So now my whole stream is dark. And it's literally chucking it down in rain. It's 1-1 here. That's going to be interesting to say the least. Now, I'm a bit uneasy about this because I know BENHD predicted 1-1 for this game. And he's already going to be ahead of me with prediction league points. If I get the second goal correct for Middlesbrough, that would be a huge difference because it means I can win 3 points back off Ben. But if this stays to the final whistle, then Ben is just going to nail this weekend. That will be him predicting, I think, 4 correct games. So he would have had an unbelievable start. I'm sorry, man. But, I might have just... I can't... Sometimes my genius could just sometimes be frightening. Just you've got to quote a good Top Gear quote now and again, or technically Grand Tour. Sometimes you've got to quote it. So with Fulham being so comfortable, now they might just be on the back foot here. We've got 10 minutes plus stoppage time for Middlesbrough to see if they can get something. It's going to be interesting now, I'll tell you this. Neil Warnock will think that Middlesbrough could get something now. It was not a good throw-in at all. I don't know what Deek Steele did. Oh, actually, was it? What happened there? Are they retaking the throw? I don't know what happened there. Maybe it was maybe it was too much encroachment of the throw-in. God, 2 minutes. Not 2 minutes. 10 minutes plus stoppage time to see if anyone could get the winner. Right, it's in Fulham's half. DJ Spence. And it's booted away by Tim Ream. Good challenge. It's chucking it down at Craven Cottage as well. I think the storm I just had from Chelmsford has just moved on to London now. It's literally, I think, the same storm I literally just had, and now it's moved on to London. I mean, London, in the end of it, it's not that far away from me. So, yeah, they've probably got the storm I just had at my place. Right, Deek Steele. It's a really tough battle, this. Long looping ball going through. Harry Wilson trying to break through. Harry Wilson, good save. Shot comes in by Mitrovic and it's over. Oh my gosh, I think that should have been it. I don't know if Harry Wilson was onside. Let's see this again. He was onside. Now. Oh, if Wilson got to ground, maybe he could have tried to milk a free kick or a penalty. Man, no, it doesn't. It's actually the shot that Lumley saves comes off Bowler managing to win the ball off Wilson. Wilson does not get enough power there. Wilson just cannot outmuscle Mark Bowler in that position. Very tiny margins are separating this game indeed. Right, Tim Ream again with the ball. Mark Bowler getting ahead of Harry Wilson. Brilliant defending on his part. Now it is a throw-in to Fulham. It is going to be very intense this final couple of minutes or so. Right, we've got a sub coming in, I think, for Fulham. I think it is Francois who is going off the pitch. And it's Ivan Cavallero coming on. I wanted to see Cavallero come on much sooner than this, but we've now got both the Cavalleros on the pitch. Let's see if that makes a difference. Is Teti going to take the throw-in? He's going to give it to Bobby Reed. But Isaiah Jones tackles well, and it's another throw-in to Fulham. Well, so I can dominate the storm, can I? I can dominate the weather. Yeah, sure. I mean, it would have been probably funny if you said that to Benjamin Bloom. Okay, here's a chance, Bobby Reed. Oh, my gosh. Fabio Carvalho trying to get a shot in, but it's blocked. And now Middlesbrough will try and counter-attack, but the quality on their ball is not good enough. Middlesbrough still pushing. They're going to give it to Paulo Gazzaniga now. There was no way Gazzaniga was going to save that shot from Bowler as well. You know, he had way too much space there. Middlesbrough tackling very well. It's a Fulham throw. It's going to be an intense final couple of minutes. I think both teams are going to be seeking for the winner. Thanks for the likes, by the way. I do appreciate that. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It does really help the channel. Referee kind of getting in the way there. Wilson gets the ball back. Adebayo with the ball to Tim Ream. Tim Ream with a load of space here. And he gives the ball straight to Isaiah Jones, where he gives the ball away himself. And it's a throw into Middlesbrough. Right, what's going on here? So, okay, we've got 5 minutes. Want a stat? Yeah, you can go for it. We'll see if it's mind-blowing enough. Okay, throwing comes in. Middlesbrough with the ball here. I've woke my cat up by celebrating, well, not celebrating, by commentating on that equaliser, so he won't be pleased with me. International Cat Day as well. Okay, is that a throw into Fulham now? Yeah, it's a throw into Fulham. None of the three relegated teams have won their opener. Yeah, I am aware of that. Fulham, of course, drawing at the moment. West Brom drawing theirs, and Sheffield United losing theirs. If we go back to last year's one, so that was Norwich, Watford, and Bournemouth. Yeah, very different. All three of the relegated teams won their opening game last year. But then we go to the season before that. We had Fulham. Who were the three teams who got relegated in 18-19? Fulham, Cardiff, and what was the other one? Huddersfield. Huddersfield lost theirs. Fulham lost theirs. And Cardiff lost theirs as well, didn't they? So, yeah, you know, what we have seen, it's very, very natural, you know, for, you know, just some teams really struggling. I mean, this time it looks like some of them may have held to a draw. You know, the year before when all the relegated teams won their opening game, all three of the relegated teams lost their opening game. Yeah, Cardiff lost to Wigan. 3-2, I remember it. Oh, that's a good tackle here. This could be a chance for Middlesbrough here. Tavernier! He hits it over the goal! He's been given so much space. That on target would have been Middlesbrough winning this. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Huddersfield lost against Derby in the thingy. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 1920, yeah. Then it was, Cardiff. Oh, good save by Lumley there. Then it was Fulham, who lost to Barnsley. I remember it. I can't remember who scored. It was 1-0. I can't remember who scored the only goal there. And then it was a 3-2 between Wigan and Cardiff. Oh, mate. That was close by Tavernier. I thought that might have been my genius confirmed. I am wearing red after all today. I'm not supporting Middlesbrough. There's no way. No, I don't support Middlesbrough. But it would just be a bit psychotic that I wear red. That the team in red wins this game after being completely dominated for majority of the game. Marcus Silva with another sub. Abubakar Kamara will be going on for Fabio Carvalho. Interesting. So another attacking option over midfield option there. So Marcus Silva definitely going for it in terms of the attacking players he's got available. Okay, I think it looks like there may be a set piece situation going on. Yeah, Middlesbrough with a throw-in. We've got 88 minutes, so 2 minutes plus stoppage time here. It's a poor throw-in. Although Tavernier still gets it. I don't know if Fulham are going to score 2 more. You don't know. Right, it's going to be a free kick to Middlesbrough. Ivan Cavallero with the foul. Dig Steel winning the free kick there. So, this is going to be one of the final few attacks we get. You know, it's really close to the 90th minute now. 1-1. Nothing to really separate. Well, I'll say that. The chances go, Fulham should have won this game. Definitely. But Middlesbrough have dug deep and they found a way to get something. Free kick comes in, well defended. Here's Isaiah Jones though, he's still got the ball. He's going to try and take it wide. And he's won another free kick for Middlesbrough. Josh Onema conceding the free kick this time. I tell you what, Middlesbrough getting some good free kick areas here. The more set pieces going in, you know, could that test Fulham? 5 minutes of added time. Obviously, we had that head collision and a couple of other injuries as well. So we've got a bit of stoppage time here. 5 minutes. Fulham and Middlesbrough have to win. Tavernier speaking with McNair, looking like they're going to try and do this free kick properly. My goodness me. This game has really upped up its intensity now. Free kick comes in. Good defending there. Headed away. And it's going to be a throw-in to Middlesbrough. I think Middlesbrough. Come on, Middlesbrough. You've got to run. You know, you could have a chance to win this. You know, don't take your time now. I know on paper your squad should be in the back foot. And it probably should be with the amount of chances that Fulham have squandered. But you've got 1 goal away to snatching all 3 points, which will be an incredible start to your season. Right, it's a goal kick. Gazaniga going to give it to Tim Ream. He's going to give it to Tosin there. Back to his other defensive partner in crime, Tim Ream. Long direct ball, but it's well defended. Although Abubakar Kamara looked like he won it back. Here's Ivan Cavallero. Here's Abubakar Kamara. Gonna give it down. Why did they pass it back there? They didn't need to do that there. Oh, I tell you what, Middlesbrough have done well to intercept their passing. And that's what I wanted to do more of in the first half. They just have not run to try and challenge Fulham's passing at all. They allowed themselves to be outpassed. When I said, you know, they need to up their intensity and their press, as soon as they've done that, they made a difference. And what a run this is by Isaiah Jones. Right, he's still there. Oh, that's a free kick. Just outside the penalty area as well. Tete conceding the free kick. I'll tell you what, he left that counter-attack. How old is Isaiah Jones? Because he is proving to be quite a potential player there. What a run this was. So, yeah, he was looking for the challenge there. But then, yeah, that one was a definite free kick just outside the box. If he ran that extra couple of inches there, might have been a penalty. So, free kick, left-hand side of the Fulham penalty area. Paddy McNair standing over it again. His deliveries have been all right, but they've not been able to find the Middlesbrough shirt. What if he finds a red shirt in that angle? That might be what they need. 3 minutes off of 5 minutes being played. Free kick comes in. Oh, he goes for it on his own, and it's over the goal. Really wasteful in those free kick areas for Middlesbrough. God, what a waste that was. It doesn't even go anywhere near the goal. On a better day, I think Middlesbrough could have actually got those points. I mean, I'm going to accept it that Ben is going to be really far ahead of me in the prediction league after week 1, and I'm going to have to really do catch up. But I'm not going to be too... Okay, that's a free kick again to Middlesbrough. And my cat's about to jump off the bed. Can you just wait for about 2 minutes, please? Then I'll let you out. He starts scratching on my door. I'm going to have to leave and just let him free. All right, Houlson going to take the free kick this time. Might do a long free kick. It's a bit further out, but he could still do something dangerous with it. Okay, final minute of additional time here. It's well defended. Now, Fulham are going to try and counter-attack here. They've broken away here. Abubakar Kamara here. He can't find enough players here. Although he's trying to find Mitrovic, but it's poor. And now here come Middlesbrough now, trying to run forward. Here's Matt Crooks, who I've not seen too much of in this game. Matt Crooks on the right-hand side against Tim Ream. Cross comes in. Tavernier. Blocked. DJ Spence now. Oh, and a poor pass. Really poor pass. And that's going to surely end the attack here. So Matt Crooks against Tim Ream. Tavernier, if his touch was better there, would have been a goal. But it was a good defensive block. And that's the full-time whistle. Ben gets another score right. I'm 1 goal off in another game. Ah, damn. Damn. Well, I've got to accept it now. Ben's going to be living and jumping with joy with his scores. Probably would take that as his positive to forget about the misery of what Preston have put over him. So, Fulham 1, Middlesbrough 1. What a result that is. I did expect it to be a shocking result. Probably a bit too overly confident with Middlesbrough. Although, to be fair to them, they've got grit. They really do. And much better they were in the second half compared to the first half. And fair play to them. They got a point out of it. And based on how they did perform in the final couple of stages, maybe they did deserve that point in the end of it. You know, based on the chances, Harry Wilson should have scored. Mitrovic had a good chance. Onuma had a couple of chances. Cavallero had a couple of chances. That's Fabio Cavallero. He had a couple of chances. And, yeah, 1-1, the final scoreline. That Harry Wilson stunner was enough since Mark Bowler managed to draw for scores even. And I tell you what, fair play to Neil Warnock. The substitutes, Tavernier and Isaiah Jones, made the difference in that game. So fair play to Middlesbrough and Neil Warnock. Right, I think that might have to wrap it up for this stream. I don't think I really have anything else to say now. Yeah, that might just have to be it. If you guys did enjoy, please give the stream a like. It does help. If you haven't subscribed or if you're new, please do hit that subscribe button. It does really help. And please subscribe if you're new. It does really help. And please share. That's all I meant to say. I can't even do my outro right. Please share the channel as well. It does really help. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are legendary if it's only the end of this stream. And as always, I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care.